It's your boy Amreezy, and I'm back with another Road to Sorare Boss episode where we follow my journey in the wonderful world of Sorare. I've been tweaking things lately on the channel. I've been adding to my background. I'm aware there's a blank space here, which is really annoying my OCD. I am framing an really old poster that I have and a couple of signatures. They're going to go there. Don't worry, the channel it's in safe hands. We're doing some redevelopments. I've tweaked the graphics just a little bit, just to keep it fresh. So I've tweaked the graphics a little bit on the channel. Hope it looks good. I am still planning a Premier League review show. If I get all of the graphics and everything done, it might happen next Monday. So keep an eye for a little live video coming next Monday. And if you can join and say you'll see that, that'd be appreciated. Otherwise, what's been happening in the world of Sorare? We've just had a crazy midweek Champions League special where all the Champions League games and the last group game, is it group now? No, league game. Last league game of the season. Weird. Still not used to this new Champions League format. They all happened on one day, which was yesterday. I'm recording this on Thursday. I didn't win anything great, but we'll go through my lineups there. So that was fun. Quite exciting having the deadline half an hour before the kickoff, so you know the lineups, you know who's playing, there's no DMPs, so that was quite fun. I'll get into that later. I'll also show you my new cards that I've been buying, how I did last weekend, how I'm going to be doing this weekend. You know how it goes, people. I always appreciate the comments and likes and all of that, subscribe, so keep them coming, guys. Really appreciate that. But let's start off this week's video by looking at how I did last weekend in the wonderful, fun, exciting world of Sorare. Right then, this is how I did last weekend in what was game week 47, January the 24th to the 29th. And there were some special competitions, which I didn't take too seriously. DMP goalkeepers and some pretty not exciting scores there. Then there was an underdog special where I surprisingly got a box from this lineup, which I didn't think was going to be serious because I thought Areola was going to be a DMP goalkeeper, but the West Ham goalkeeper merry-go-round continues to spin, and now Areola is the first team goalkeeper, and Fabianski's the backup. I can't keep up. 1 minute Fabianski's the goalkeeper, 1 minute Areola's the goalkeeper. I mean, I've got both their cards, so usually I'm 1 week behind the merry-go-round. So now it seems Areola's the goalkeeper, so this was like a surprise result, as well as Fermin Lopez. Surprise, 108 score. Didn't see that coming. I really enjoyed this game, by the way, as a Barcelona collection owner now, a new Barcelona collection owner for the last couple of weeks. Watching them beat Valencia 7-1 was really fun. The only downside was they did concede a goal towards the end of the game, so the defenders lost that clean sheet. But we were having a lot of fun before that with Barcelona, so got a surprise box here, which was nice. Then we get to Premier League in season, and this is where the horror story starts. So, my ever-reliable Nottingham Forest, my trusty Nottingham Forest, my Nottingham Forest boys, my first Premier League in season collection who've been there for me. Mr. Reliable, Nottingham Forest, always rely on Nottingham Forest. They're playing Bournemouth, 5-0 they lost. How? 5-0 they lost. How? 5-0. I watched it in horror, going, okay, I know Bournemouth are in good form. I know Bournemouth are having a good season, but so are Nottingham Forest. And now I'm worried. Now I'm worried about my Forest boys because that is now 2 weeks where I've not been fully convinced by their performance. They had the end of the last game against Southampton where they were winning 3-0, then they collapsed a little bit, didn't lose the game, but let Southampton back in and looked really shaky towards the end of that game. And I was hoping that was a one-off. Now they've done this against Bournemouth. I'm worried. So Forest boys all let me down here. Trent Alexander-Arnold, bless his socks, you know, Captain Trent did well, 123, but completely let down. And we're relegated from Division 1, so we've got to bounce back up, hopefully soon. And then Crystal Palace let me down as well. My Palace boys let me down, except for Eze. But the rest of them, so Palace lost, Forest lost, so it wasn't really good for me in these two leagues. We didn't get relegated here. Cole Palmer didn't do that great, but we knew he had Man City away, so we weren't expecting much from him. That's why we put him in this lineup instead of this lineup. Then our third Premier League in season team, they did do well. They won me a box. And Murphy, what a player, what a card, £3 well spent. Murphy did well. Kepa, I mean, Chelsea have got a clowning goal. And then they've got Kepa putting out great scores like this. 102. They've got Petrovic doing great in France. Two great goalkeepers out on loan. And there's a goal. I'm not going to get into that, but Not happy, but at least Kepa's doing the business for me in my Sorare. And then these three guys, average scores. Wilson looks like he's picked up an injury. So it looks like the Harry Wilson form train that we were riding is now going to be over. He's going to be injured. He'll probably come back from injury, not be that good for a bit, come off the bench, get a while to get going, and then he'll explode into form all of a sudden. So we're going to wait for Harry Wilson's next explosion into form, but for now he's going to have to be on the bench for a while with his little injury. Then we have in season where Fabianski we thought was going to be playing. Turned out Areola was the one who played now. So Areola is now the West Ham goalkeeper. So let's update our goalkeeping West Ham status. Jackson did well. I'm impressed with Jackson. He gets a bit of criticism, Jackson, but I like him. I like him. Foden, Declan Rice and Shaw, okay scores. Well, Declan Rice, not an okay score from Declan Rice. 100, we're not going to complain with that. Then we go, there was another classic Premier League team that didn't do anything. La Liga in season. This is where we had a bit of fun with Barcelona. So Barcelona won 7-1, which means we got promoted from Division 4, La Liga in season. We won $5 cash. Ka-ching, ka-ching. That's starting to pay off that Rafinha transfer fee already. And Casado is a little bit of a disappointment. He does play a lot of games for Barcelona, and they are shaping him and molding him almost to be that kind of Busquets figure for them. But his scores aren't that great at the moment, so I might have to start replacing him with another midfielder, maybe Saul or maybe Juan. What's he called? Forgotten his name. The Juan guy that I've got from Alaves. Maybe when he's fit, he can go in there. Juan Jordan. When he's fit, he can go in there. Or we could even sign, I do want Pedri, obviously, but his price is just gone to the moon at the moment. So I'm waiting for Pedri's price to come down a little bit more reasonable. And Pedri could be a really good fit here. So we do need that midfielder in season La Liga spot replacing, because Casado, when we go up the leagues, now we're in Division 3, Casado, those scores ain't going to cut it, mate. So yeah, I had fun with the Barcelona boys. Alaves got a draw against Celta Vigo, which was really annoying because they were winning 1-0 for ages, and then Celta Vigo equalised near the end. So Alaves couldn't hold on to the win, which was really annoying. Lost a clean sheet here and here, but enjoying the Alaves boys. And Alaves have just signed a new defender. We'll get to that when I show you my new cards. But, you know, enjoying the Alaves boys, having a lot of fun with La Liga in season because I can play players like Marcos Alonso. And, yeah, it's fun. But yeah, this team was a disaster, but we knew this team was going to be a disaster. That's why we put it in Division 5. Champion, the Monaco collection is also being quite fun recently. It allowed me to play in the Champions League, although that didn't quite work out. And it's allowing me to play Champion in season, where I'm going with Monaco and then random Premier League players. So this week, Akliouche did the business for Monaco. Unfortunately, they conceded 2 goals, so we didn't get a good score from the goalkeeper and the defender. We still got a 1-star box from this, though, so Champion in season paying off. But then Bentancur at home to Leicester. I know Spurs are useless. I just thought Leicester at home, even for Spurs, Leicester at home. So, you know, maybe Bentancur would have got a better score if he wasn't a Spurs player. And then Jimenez, Fulham looking like they've lost all of their good form as well. I thought against Manchester United at home, I thought that could be a nice little upset in quotes for Fulham. But nope, wasn't to be. Nothing had there from Jimenez. Challenger, contender in season. We won a 1-star box as well. We did win. We won 6 boxes, which was quite nice. I got some market discounts, I think, and a bunch of essence. So, Fulgencio. We need a new striker in contender in season. We have a new striker in contender in season. I'll get to that later. And then the other Mexican boys didn't do so well, apart from Paradella. Maybe the goalkeeper. That's a good score from a goalkeeper. Okay, we'll give Unsign some praise, some much needed praise. He deserved that. Doria, this is a new card for me. One of my favorite players in the Mexican League. I bought him. Second time I bought a Doria card. I had an old Santos card of his. Now I've got his in-season Atlas card. So yeah, 1-star box, not too shabby. This was bad. Luckily not to get relegated in Classic with these two boys not playing. Their game got cancelled. Randomly after the deadline, the game got cancelled. Maybe it happened before and I wasn't aware, but it's really annoying because they had a good fixture and all these guys gave okay scores. These guys gave good scores, keeper okay-ish. But if these guys had played, we could have done really well here. So that was annoying. Under 23s, we got relegated because Montez didn't play. Not quite sure why. And all 4 of these boys did bad. yellows. We're in the desert. We're in the desert here, a sea of yellow. So that wasn't great. And then we had some training lineups. Now let's get to the new cards that I've been buying since last week's video. Last card I showed you that I bought, I believe, was Aguerd 8 days ago. Yes, this must have been the last card I showed you. Aguerd for my in-season La Liga team. He's one of the best defenders in the league, helps my West Ham collection. So I got him in. Since then, I've been trying to add a little bit to my Mexican in-season cards. So Aguirre, because I've got a bit of an Atlas stack going. I got Aguirre for very cheap. 25p I think I actually paid for him. And he's in a good run of form. Look at this, 66, 60, 64. Basically, when he scores, he gets a good score. When he doesn't score, he's terrible. The Mexican Chris Wood almost. And he does do this. He goes through big periods of his career where he's not doing anything. Then he'll give you a flurry of gold. Then he'll do nothing for a while. Then he'll give you a flurry of gold. So he's a very confidence player, very form-based player, and he's in good form at the moment. So I thought I'd pick him up, and he's in season. So helps with my contender in-season forward problem. Then I picked up Jesper Lindstrom because I watched Everton's highlights in the game when he got a good score here. And then I watched the Brighton highlights. And in all of them, he was creating so many chances. But the problem is he's passing to Calvert-Lewin. And Calvert-Lewin isn't scoring. Now, in the last Everton game, Calvert-Lewin went off injured, as he usually does a couple of times every season. And that made me think, okay, good. Lindstrom is a quality wide player. Moyes and Lindstrom could be like Pienaar. Could be, I'm getting Pienaar vibes of Moyes at Everton. Moyes loves a winger, all right? David Moyes loves a winger. Look at West Ham right now. Moyes has left West Ham, but what's he left behind? A collection of wingers. Paquetá, Bowen, Kudos. He loves a winger. And when he was at Everton originally, loads of wingers. Pienaar, Mirallas, Johnson, he loves a winger. So I'm hoping he knows how to play with wingers. He likes a winger, and Lindstrom could be that next winger for them. And I picked him up for very cheap as well. Then there was a Barcelona collection piece here. Then this is the striker, Abdi Rebac, who I've got for contender in season. He helps with my Deportivo Alaves collection. I got a funky special animated design of his card, which gives me more collection scores. And he's just moved to Granada. 2 Deportivo Alaves players have moved to Granada, him and Stoichkov. I'm trying to get a Stoichkov card as well, but this is the one that I think could be a bit more exciting because he's the forward. Maybe Stoichkov is a forward as well, but a 48, he started on his debut. They threw him straight in. It wasn't off the bench. He was straight in for Granada. And that's a team that are doing well, or doing better than Alaves in the league table anyway. So I'm hoping... I like doing this. I'm hoping Rebac is the one. Hoping he can do well. And if he's not, he helps with my collection score. Got him for very cheap. And he's a contender in-season forward now that he's in the Spanish second division. So, going to add Stoichkov. Him helps with my collection. Gives me more versatility. Right. Then we got a Monaco piece here. Who Matasso has gone to Hull on loan. He's gone on to Hull on loan. So he's going to be getting game time now. So again, got him for cheap to help with the Monaco collection, but he's also moved to Hull. So I'm hoping he gets some more game time. Then we got Mika Biereth, the new Monaco striker. I bought him for £10 exactly, precise. I know it says £10, 8p here. I know I paid £10 exactly cash at the time. I got him second hand. He is on the auction, but the auction prices are like 17, 18 pounds. So I bought him for £10 second hand. And he's the Monaco striker now. I've got all of the Monaco pieces around him. I was saying in last week's video, thank you for the comment as well for someone telling me he'd moved by then. I got him. I've got him. Mika Biereth, not quite sure how to pronounce the surname, but 21 years old, promising striker, a lot of good reports about him. And also, he's not really got any competition at Monaco. They've got Briembolo, but Briembolo is not the real deal. This guy hopefully is. And on his debut, he scored a goal on his debut here against Rennes. Didn't play against Inter Milan because he's not registered for the Champions League yet, but excited about this boy. And then my last card is Deportivo Alaves' new signing. So basically, I've been keeping my eye on the January transfer window, and this guy's a new signing, this guy's a new signing, this guy's gone to Hull, this guy's gone to Granada. So, I'm trying to. There's a few more actually. There's one more Deportivo Alaves card that's a Granada. There's a Nottingham Forest card that's gone to Strasbourg. So I've got a few pieces in my collections that have moved that I'm trying to buy to help with the collections. And also, maybe some of these guys aren't all going to work at their new clubs, but a few of them could really smash at their new clubs. So yeah, this is the new Deportivo Alaves card that I got with market credit. So I got it for 50% off, instant buy. And he scores before he came to Alaves are okay. That gives me confidence, that maybe Spain's the step up he needs. Maybe, and also Alaves, the defense is not that great, so they need someone like him. And I read that he's played for Argentina at the kind of youth levels, so yeah, he might be all right. We'll see. Wasn't that much, like 60p with the market credits taken off, so worth the gamble and helps with the collection score and is in a little wrapper, so maybe he'll become a special edition. Who knows? So those are the new cards that I bought since last week. Let's finish this week's video by looking at... Oh, wait. Before we do that, I never showed you my Champions League lineup. Monaco let me down. I thought Inter weren't going to play a strong team. Inter did play their strongest team. Monaco lost 3-0. He got a bad score. Balde didn't do much. Koundé didn't do much. Foden didn't do much. So we missed the 400 target. What's really annoying is this free-to-play one. I was going to get the 400 target on this, but in the last 92nd minute, RB Salzburg scored a goal. Azpilicueta lost his clean sheet. Azpilicueta was on for like a 90 score, lost the clean sheet, and that went down to 67, and then we missed the target. And someone else, maybe Kim, maybe Bayern conceded as well. All went wrong right at the end for this team. So no prizes won in the Champions League. All-Star, we got close because Nwaneri, remember we got him as a craft. I think we crafted a Nwaneri a few weeks ago. He did well. Kovacic did well. Eric Garcia. Come on, Barcelona. They can't defend. But yeah, that's how we did in the Champions League. Now let's finish this week's video by looking at my lineups for the coming weekend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. These are my lineups for game week 50, which is January the 1st to the 4th. We are about to start a Europa League mini game week, which I really don't have any cards to play, so there's no lineups for me there. So we're just looking ahead to the weekend now, where we're going to be playing this special Cap 250. Taking it semi-seriously, this one, because I think I'm going to be playing two defenders, which I don't usually do. At AFC Amreezy, we don't usually play two defenders, but Shah's playing an out-of-form Fulham, and Newcastle are in form, and Tarkowski, Captain Tarkowski, is playing Leicester at home. So I'm going to be playing those two defenders. Isaac Romero should be back for Sevilla from his suspension. Kudos. I have no idea what to expect. Chelsea's defense isn't great. Like I said, the goalkeeper... Let's not talk too much about the goalkeeper situation. It does make me a little angry, but Kudos could easily score against the person in goal for Chelsea. And then Santos goalkeeper, because we've put better goalkeepers in other lineups, basically. So let's see what happens here with the Cap 250. Premier League in season. It's Liam Delap season, guys. I am all in on Liam Delap. Best Premier League in season. Liam Delap hasn't done anything for ages, but he's got Southampton at home. I can just see this as being a crazy game. Relegation 6-pointer. And there's probably going to be a lot of goals from both sides. I just think if Ipswich is scoring goals, Liam Delap's got to be involved, surely. So he's going to be in my A team. Along with the Forest boys. Not all the Forest boys. We are cautious of the Forest boys now, but hopefully they get back to winning ways. I've not really got another option. It's not like I just can't play the Forest cards. I just have so many of them, and that's kind of my strategy. I have to hope they get back to winning ways. And Brighton at home isn't the hardest game, so I'm putting the defender, goalkeeper, and midfielder. I'm not going to go for the attackers. I'm going to go for Liam Delap and Cole Palmer. Chelsea, West Ham at home. Could be fun. Could be fun. So Palmer's in this lineup. Jackson's in this lineup with Murphy and the Palace boys. Palace are away at Manchester United, which isn't a nice fixture, but you never know what to expect with Manchester United. Maybe it's kind of bad Man United. Hopefully, for my sake, it's bad Manchester United who turn up, and Palace can kind of get back to winning ways and surprise them at Old Trafford. Then we have Bournemouth, who've got Liverpool. It's a tricky game. This is why they're in my third lineup. But it's Bournemouth. They've just beaten Nottingham Forest 5-0. Liverpool
Did rest some players in the Champions League, but who knows? I don't think this is going to be a massive, great score for Bournemouth, but just one goalkeeper and one defender, just in case Kepa makes a lot of saves, the defender makes a lot of tackles. Maybe they can still pick up a good score, even if they don't win. Then we're throwing in new boy Jesper Lindstrom from Everton, 40-odd P, well spent. Leicester at home, great fixture for him, so he's going there. Chris Wood, just in case Forest do something against Brighton, he'll be in this lineup. And Cunha at home to Villa. Again, Villa, I'm hoping after the Champions League, maybe they're a bit tired. Classic Premier League team, I'm going to be going for 4 Chelsea boys and Nick Pope. Hopefully this is the game when Nick Pope does come back from injury. If he does, Fulham at home is a nice fixture for him. And all my Chelsea boys are at home to West Ham. West Ham, I don't think have a fit striker still. So I'm going to be playing 2 defenders, which is very risky, but it is West Ham at home. If Chelsea are ever going to keep a clean sheet this season, West Ham at home could be a good shout. Then other big lineups are La Liga in season. So my La Liga collections are playing each other. Barcelona are playing Deportivo Alaves. And I'm going to wait until the deadline to tweak this a little bit, just in case I get team news that Barcelona might rest some players, because they did put their A team out against champions in the Champions League. So maybe they'll rest Rafinha. Maybe they'll rest Koundé. Who knows? I'll have to see. But if they don't, I'm going to play these 3 cards with Saul instead of Casado as my number 1 lineup, Raf and friends. Second lineup, I'm going to be playing Ferran Torres. Now, from my kind of working out how Barcelona play, I think if Lewandowski played the Champions League game, Torres might play the league game. We'll see. But Torres will be in this lineup and not this lineup, because I'm not fully confident on that. But also with Torres, even when he comes off the bench, he's a good option. So I'm never too worried about if Torres doesn't start, because coming off the bench, he can usually pop up with a goal or 2 or an assist or good scores. Dani Rabbit is in great form for Leganes. So really hoping Leganes can get a good result against Vallecano. Marcos Alonso, Chelsea legend, is in the team. Then third team is going to be 3 Alaves cards, Aguerd, and then a DMP goalkeeper. So again, this we might scrape a box if all 4 of these guys smash. But DMP goalkeeper, Conor Gallagher making a nice little appearance here. Shout out to Conor Gallagher playing with the Real Madrid boys there. Champion, I'm going to be going for Monaco. I've got a nice fixture this week. I'm going to be playing 4 Monaco cards, captaining new boy striker Mika. And then chucking in Trent Alexander-Arnold with them, because why not? Liverpool playing Bournemouth. I'm expecting that to be a really close game, but Trent should do well. It always seems to do well. So that's my champion in-season team. Then there's going to be a contender in-season team where new boy at Granada, my Alaves card, special animate, my first ever animated Sorare card. He's getting the captain's ban because they're playing, I think, a team who are 19th in the table. They're playing a team 19th in the table, so hopefully he can get his first goal for the club. Then I'm playing 2 Atlas boys against Monterrey away. Don't like that, but I've not really got any better cards. Castamina and then Paradella, Necaxa boy, again with a tricky fixture. Necaxa have got Monterrey away. Atlas have got Pachuca away, so tricky fixtures, all away games, all of these 4 outfield cards. So let's see what happens with contender in season. And then the last serious lineup will be my under-23 lineup, where we've just been relegated and we're becoming a bit of a yo-yo club in the under-23 Classic League. We're going from 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. So hopefully this is a promotion. Chelsea boys against West Ham, Madueke and Enzo Fernandez. Stukas has got a very nice fixture against Breshot. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce their name, Breshot. And Braithwaite, Everton playing Leicester at home. So I've got a few Everton players, 2 Everton players across my lineups. Braithwaite's in this one and Tarkovsky's in my capped league. And then Big Arbed in goal, our only under-23 goalkeeper. So those are my lineups for the coming weekend, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, comments, likes, all of that good stuff. Keep it coming. If you want to see, if it might happen this Monday or next Monday, but Premier League and Sorare review show happening on Mondays after the Monday Night Football. Keep your eyes out for that. If you see it appear on your little schedule, if you get a notification, just say you'll watch it. I don't know the algorithm yet. I'm still learning it. I've never done a YouTube live video, so I need to kind of learn how it works. But that's what I'm going to try and do. If I don't do it live, I'll do a pre-recorded video. But either way, a Monday show is coming. Stay tuned. So that's my video for this week. Good luck with your coming game weeks, guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.